Welcome to the Friday vlog.
Welcome to the Friday vlog.
And this week we are celebrating.
Yay!
You don't seem that excited.
No, we are celebrating.
We're celebrating because we just completed the podcast episodes that had the journey of our couple Alicia and Matea together.
I know.
It's been quite the project.
It has been quite the project to say the least, but we got there in the end. Sorry, a bit of a frog in my throat, but I don't know why. Play will continue because I'm a professional.
Okay.
I think that it's been really fun for me, this whole process. And it's been, dare I say, quite exciting too.
Has it?
It has. Because there were a couple of times where I just thought, this is it, it's not going to work. Not going to work in the sense that I had always envisaged it working, which is that we were going to have this sort of, Hollywood sentimental ending. Everything was going to be sweetness and light, and they were going to go happily on their way in their marriage. And there were a couple of times when I didn't think that was going to happen. So it's been filled with twists and turns. And with each twist and turn, I don't know, I felt like that's it. It's all gone up in smoke. And we've reached that point of no return, and we don't have a podcast. The whole thing was in vain. So I hope that sort of translates itself to what people hear in terms of giving it an air of excitement. But I certainly felt like it was quite an emotional ride for me on a personal level, because I know I shouldn't be attached to outcomes, and that we do this work and it never pays to be attached to outcomes, to have an agenda. But I did have this secret agenda nevertheless.
Well, we're not going to give it away.
Okay.
I can feel like you're going to give it away. But I think all of those twists and turns really are a normal part of relationship. And that just because there's ups and downs and bumps along the way, it doesn't mean that a relationship has to be over.
Yeah, no, I've learned that. And I feel like we've done quite a considerable amount of intensive since we recorded that podcast. And there have been so many twists and turns, even over the period of 4 days, that you just never need to take that personally or seriously. You just got to keep your eye on the ball. And the ball is to keep teaching. The ball is to keep sharing this understanding. And at some point, hopefully they will have an insight. And that's what's exciting about it, is that you do feel like, oh yeah, they've kind of lost the plot here. It's gone south. Then all of a sudden, it's back up.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
Yeah, and that's really life, isn't it, with moods that go up and down.
It is.
And I think one of the best things that I have learned for myself in terms of relationships is to be able to see that just because things look like they're going south, or maybe we're not getting along, it doesn't mean anything in the big picture. That it gets much easier to ride out those times of difficulty or hardship when the whole relationship isn't thrown into the mix as being on the line. Because that's what I used to do. I used to, every time that we would have a hard time, I didn't like how you were treating me, or something wasn't going well, then I would just throw the relationship on the line and think, oh, the whole thing has to go.
Yeah. Well, you're looking at the relationship through the optics of that low mood. And when you really get a sense of that's what's going on, you don't have to take that mood seriously, or certainly the thinking that wants to get on top of that mood. And understanding and knowing that, I guess, allows us to do the work that we do, hopefully effectively. Well, and ultimately very effectively, I feel.
Well, there's always going to be twists and turns in life. So being able to ride that out and have perspective, I think, has been so helpful.
Yeah, no, without doubt, for sure.
And so if you haven't been listening, you might want to check out the podcast now that the whole series is there with them. I do like to binge watch or binge listen to podcasts.
You are a binger.
I like having it all there, knowing I can listen to it, and I don't have to wait for the next week for the next one to come out.
You have a lot of stamina on that front.
So we hope you're enjoying it, and if you haven't checked it out, we hope that you do.
Yeah, please do. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Send some questions our way.
Yes, we're going to be doing the, the Ask Anything episodes are coming up next.
Yeah, Ask Anything.
The series is finished, but the episodes aren't.
The episodes continue.
That's right. The next adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.